So good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to walk you through an amazing system which is known as system.io. This basically is a software which allows us to send multiple emails, multiple newsletters, create marketing affiliate links, literally create funnels for you. And I'm going to walk you through step-by-step details of how system.io can be utilized into your business, be it a staffing agency, be it a home care agency. So I have a dashboard which basically has the details of how I am using the system.io for Client Accelerator Academy. Okay, I'm going to start with my screen share and I'm going to literally show you the exact details of how this system works. So basically, this is how system.io looks like. This is the main dashboard. If you see on its head, on its upper footprints, you can see a dashboard tab. You can see contacts. You can see funnels. You can see emails, blogs, automations, products, sales, health, and these basically are your details. The best part about system.io is even if you're comfortable in any language, you can literally have multiple options to change as per your language. So that is it. Now, moving to the first, what exactly is system.io? It is nothing but it basically helps you to establish different kinds of contacts with your potential leads. So for an instance, these are all my potential leads email addresses which I have added in this system. So what this allows me to do is this will basically allow me to create a database of an email address along with the name, along with last name, first name, from what country this person is, what city, address, postal code, phone number, company name, etc. This is basically helps us to, number one, create a database of our candidates. Okay. So being a staffing agency owner, you no longer have to have an Excel spreadsheet or create any kind of notes and create every kinds of contacts in that place. The best place what you can do is you just have to log into your system.io and create contacts. I'll show you what exactly, how do we add contacts as well. So once when you go under the contacts tab, if you can see where my cursor is moving, this basically allows you to create a contact. If you click on creating contact, it basically will have to be added manually, one by one contact, every single entry. That means you just have to copy, paste it. Okay. So this allows you to do the same. But in case if you already have your contacts in an Excel spreadsheet, or if you have a bulk upload, that's the time when you can utilize the import contacts feature where my cursor is moving. What this import contacts does, it allows you to bulk upload your file so that you do not have to manually enter one by one entry all the single time. Okay. So basically, this is how we actually add contacts for your business. For a staffing agency owner, there have to be two contacts which has to be added. Number one contact should be only candidate's email address, candidate's database. Number two has to be only facility oriented contacts like the staffing coordinators, the decision makers, the hiring authorities, etc. Now, you might be having a question that how do we bifurcate the contacts? If you can see these tags right below the contact feature, this allows you to bifurcate your contacts. That means my contacts, all whatever I have added is being added from Calendly. Calendly is my scheduling application from where I have added these contacts. But you absolutely can create different tags like staffing coordinators or facility oriented decision makers, candidates, RNs, CNAs, whatever. So I want you to focus on number one, adding the contacts into your system.io dashboard. Number two, adding the tags, because what will this will help us do is this basically will help us to send emails in a bulk. If on a Monday I want to target an email to my candidates, you can literally post an email, drop an email, and immediately send it only to candidates. If on a Tuesday you want to send an email to the facilities, if you want to send an email to the decision makers, that's the time when you can target only the facilities. Okay. So this is basically a broad overview of how contacts has to be added and how we have to differentiate between the contacts as well. Okay. Once when we have this contacts added, we are going to next go to what exactly is the use of this contacts, of getting these tags done, etc. So then important use over here is you can see under the email, you can just go through newsletters, campaigns, and statistics. So what do I mean by newsletters? What do I mean by campaigns? And what exactly is statistics? So if I click under the newsletter in a simple language is nothing but sending an email to my ideal audience. Okay. I want to send an email to maybe, if you can see, this is my email, which I have. This is the subject line of the email. This is the tag. These are 389 emails sent out and what date it was sent out. So if you can read it, it was sent out on 22nd of January and at what time the email was sent out as well. Okay. Now, if I click and show you what exactly is an email and how it has to be created. So this is exactly what I had sent on the very first day when I just launched my system.io. So this is the subject line, unlock your healthcare staffing success with our exclusive free business template. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually showing and sending a free business template to my ideal clients. And why am I doing that? Because it's a template which actually will help a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs whenever they get an access to my business template. It has everything that actually requires to be elaborated. That means it has the details of how to get started, what are the licensing requirements, what exactly do you require for marketing, for lead generation, literally everything. And this is how an email is drafted. So basically, I've just clearly written the staffing agency owners. This is a free business template. If you want to book in a call with me, this is a link to the call, and this is a group link and just my best regards, etc. And what I've done, I have added an attachment of my template here so that the people, whoever has received this email, they can immediately, instantly download and get an access to my business template. Okay. Now, the best thing about system.io is, can you see the statistics over here? Okay, statistics is nothing, but it literally gives us the details of how many people have opened my email, how many people have clicked my email, how many people have reported my email as a spam, and how many emails have bounced. Bounced means maybe the emails are incorrect. Okay. Now, if you can see over here, the open rate for my email is 29.31%. Okay. And you can also see how many emails have actually opened. You have an option to filter the emails as well. That means, for an instance, I want to see who all have actually showed an interest and opened my email. You can click on filter by. Just click on filter by and just click on open. Now it will show me only people who have opened my emails. If you can see this, 114 people have opened my email from 323. That means half people have literally opened my email out of my ideal audience. And this was only my first email, which was sent out to my people. Okay. This is the detailed statistics of how we can start targeting people. So for an instance, if you have an email sent out in the form of candidates, okay, you can now have an access to check which candidate have actually opened your email. So for an instance, if I have a staffing agency in Pennsylvania and I have a contract in a hospital in maybe Pennsylvania County, I send an email only to candidates that, hi, there is an opening with my staffing agency. Please feel free to schedule an interview with me. And this is in the link to my interview. That is, you have to post in your Calendly link. Once when the email is out, statistically, you can see how many candidates have actually expressed interest by opening your email. Okay. That means now you have the candidate details, candidate data of people who have actually opened your email, and you can start retargeting these people. You don't need cold calling. You don't need anything. Just your one email can give you the details of how things look like. Okay. Moving to the next, I'll show you the next newsletter. So basically, this was my first newsletter which was sent out. Moving to the next is congrats, you just got a contract. This is a subject line, and this was the exact next day when I sent this email. You can see the open rate of this was 31% because it was the second day when I sent an email. Okay. And why this was having a lot of engagement? Because the subject line was literally attention grabbing. So for a staffing agency owner, if anyone gets this email with this subject line that congrats, you just got a contract, anyone will open your email. And these were the details. So I just explained my consistent contracts program, and if you want to book a call with me, this is the link to the call. That's it. So basically, the system.io is nothing but it is a tool which will help out to reach at a broader audience at a broader level. As you can see, I have basically sent out multiple emails through this amazing software. And this is exactly what we have to do for a staffing agency owner. There have to be sent out emails on a daily basis, which has to be in a mixed fraction. That means the proportion has to be equilibrium between targeting candidates and targeting facilities. Okay. So for an instance, on Monday, you target a candidate. On Tuesday, your email has to be gone to a facility or a decision maker. On Wednesday, candidate. On Thursday, again, facility and decision maker. This ensures we are talking to every people who are actually required for our business. Okay. Now, it also helps us to not only create a newsletter, but an amazing campaign as well. Now, what is the difference between a newsletter and a campaign? So basically, campaigns are multiple emails which are sent out on a daily basis, which can be scheduled. So you don't have to be on the system. You can schedule your email campaign. For an instance, if there's a launch of a staffing agency, if there is a new contract, you have multiple chain emails which you can create under the campaign. Okay. This is how you create a campaign. You just have to click on create, and it's a welcome email to welcome your people. Then, second, third, fourth. There is strategies of how email campaigning is done as well. Okay. So this is number 1, newsletter, number 2, campaign, and number 3, statistics. Statistics is nothing but basically the details of who has opened your email and what exactly, when was the email targeted. Okay. And this is the exact structure of how the statistics looks like. The number of emails sent out, average percentage of opened emails, average percentage of spams, average percentage of my email bounced as well. So basically, this gives you a detailed idea of everything that's happening for business. Okay. So basically, I have sent literally 8 emails till now because I've recently just wanted to test it, and it is amazing. I have got an increase in people booking my Calendly just by sending out emails. And I'm sure you all might have just got my emails as well, because every day I send an email to my target audience. If you can see the proportion, this has literally increased every day when I have started getting database. So from now onwards, if you are a staffing agency owner, I want you to utilize this dashboard system.io, especially for generating leads and adding the candidates, adding the facilities on the system, and literally talking to them every single day. Okay. The best thing about this is it gives you different kinds of dashboards over here. Now, if you see, you have a main dashboard, you have an affiliate dashboard, you have a student dashboard, and a marketplace as well. So what do I mean by different dashboards? It totally relates to who exactly is being, for an instance, if you get into the student dashboard, if you have some kind of courses which you want to sell out, if you have some kind of ebooks, some kind of guides, you can literally sell this just by adding it onto your system.io. I will not get into the depth of how things work. I don't want to confuse y'all, but today's training is all about emails, sending out newsletters, and how we can create newsletters, because sending a newsletter is actually talking to your audience every single day, and this has to be done consistently. Okay. Now moving on, how do we do that? So I'll show you a live demo of how newsletters are sent. What do we do? How do we create? So it's absolutely very easy. And the best thing about this is it does not require more than 10 minutes of your time. You don't have to get into literally typing everything. You don't have to get onto what needs to be done, where, etc. I'm going to show you how we can utilize ChatGPT in order to start creating newsletters for you. Okay, so let's create a newsletter by clicking on create. And this is how a newsletter is created. I want you all to please pay attention, make notes of this, because this is exactly what we are going to do on a daily basis for all our clients. Okay, now it pops up, give me a subject line for the newsletter. And I absolutely don't have any subject line. Okay, so what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to go on my Google and I'm going to log into my chat GPT. Yes, as you can see, I have logged into a chat GPT and I will be giving a prompt to my chat GPT stating that I actually want to create a newsletter. Great. It's asking me, how can I help you today? In order to log into your chat GPT, there is a mandatory criteria. You need to have a Google account. That means you need to have an Gmail account. Okay. Once when you log in, this is exactly how a chat GPT looks like. Now I want to create a newsletter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in create a newsletter to be sent out to a candidate. I am a staffing agency owner in Texas, and I have a job opening in a nearby hospital for a registered nurse. Please make a newsletter in a simple language and make it attention grabbing. What did I do? I typed a prompt to the chat GPT that, hi, please create a newsletter to be sent out to a candidate. I am a staffing agency owner in Texas. So whichever state you are, you actually have to just add in your state name. I just have given an example of Texas, and I have a job opening in a nearby hospital for a registered nurse or for a CNA, for an LPN, no matter what is the opening. And please make a newsletter in a simple language, and it has to be attention grabbing. So what I'm trying to do is I'm actually trying to tell ChatGPT, create a newsletter for me. I am an owner of this agency and I want to send it out to the candidate. I just have to click on enter and it immediately will help me create a newsletter for me. Okay, this is it. This is exactly what the chat GPT is doing. And your newsletter is ready. So for an instance, exciting opportunity awaits you. Join our nursing team today. That's the subject line. Then, dear candidate, we hope this message finds you well. As a leading staffing agency in Texas, we are thrilled to present you with an incredible career opportunity. This is the job opening, why you have to join us. That means why we are the best, top-notch facility, flexible scheduling, competitive compensation, professional growth, also how to apply. Very important, you have to drop in your application. That means your scheduling link, so that the candidates can actually click on it and they can start booking their interviews with us being a staffing agency owner. Now, if I want, I basically do not like this subject line. Okay, so what I'll tell ChatGPT again, create an attractive hook. So what is a hook? Hook is nothing but something that we actually grab the attention of someone who we are talking to. Okay, create an attractive hook for the above email, and I enter. Now it will give me different variations of the subject line. Now, if you can see, unlock your next adventure in nursing. Your dream job awaits you. So this is how you actually can talk to ChatGPT. Ask them to make it simple. I want it to be a little attention grabbing. I wanted this, that. Okay. Now what you have to do is you just have to click on this copy icon over here. And once when you copy it, you have to go back on your system.io where you are creating your newsletter. Now here it's asking you that add a subject line. In order to add a subject line, you have to first copy your subject line. So for an instance, I like the subject line. Your dream job awaits at this hospital name. So moving here, I'm going to copy it here. So this is my subject. Okay. Now, very important, whenever you create a newsletter, there are two editors which actually help you. Classic editor is a normal black and white email. A normal email with no pictures, with no symbols, with no icons. That's a classic editor for you. Okay. I'll show you how a classic editor looks like. So let's see a classic editor first. I click on save and it immediately creates a newsletter for me over here. Okay. Now I want to type my content. You have to click on it again and it takes you to a detailed email, which you can see looks like this. Now going back to my ChatGPT, I'm going to copy my email newsletter, going back onto my system IO, and I'm going to just paste it over here. That's it. This is how your black and white email looks like. So it basically allows you to send an email in this way. Okay, this is known as a classic editor. Normal email, if you have any urgent job opening, anything which you feel that only a black and white email can do, you can use a classic editor. Now let's see what's the second type of editor over here. The second type of editor is a visual editor. Where my cursor is moving, you have to just click over here and it will give me two templates. Which kind of template do I want? So visual editor is a little visually attractive. It will also allow us to basically have pictures added onto an email. So let's see, I want to just select the second where my cursor is moving. I'll click on select template and I will click on confirm. Now it will completely, it has changed my email. If you can see this, it basically has an image on the front with an amazing, attractive entire concept where I can literally type my signature, my face, my photo, everything. Now let's see, let's recreate this together. This is basically the subject line. Coming back to ChatGPT, I'm going to copy the subject line and I'm going to go to my system.io and I'm just going to paste it. That's it. This is done. Now I will go back to my subject, the entire content of my email. Again, I'm going to go back to ChatGPT, copy it, going back to my system.io. I have to scroll down till the bottom and I just have to paste it. That's it. So if you can see, you basically have just pasted everything that we had on ChatGPT. The beauty of this is, again, we do not have to repeat your subject. So you can literally delete whatever you do not want. Okay. So this is how things can do. For an instance, yes, I just now deleted what I wanted. You can create bolds. So for an instance, I want this introducing the opportunity in bold. So I just have to select this and right on the top over here, I can make it bold. So this makes it a little attractive. So this is how I send out my email. Very important. Now I want to put in a link over here. That means a link to my, my scheduling application. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go on my Calendly. Calendly is nothing but it's a scheduling application which allows my clients to book a interview or book a strategic call with me. And this is the interface of how Calendly looks like. Okay. So I have my calendar open over here, which allows me to copy my Calendly link. I'm going to copy my link. I'm going to go back on the system.io. And I'm going to paste it here. Okay, great. Now I have pasted it over here, but we need to ensure whether this has a link. That means an attached link. So I'm just going to highlight this and I'm going to scroll it up. And you can see this link over here. You have to click over here and you have to again type your link and click on save. I have again put my Calendly link and click on save. Now, if you do that, this link becomes blue. That means now you are able to send out, whenever the email is sent out, the person can just click on the link like this and it will allow you to book a call. It will immediately take them to the Calendly schedule. Okay. So in this way, you can literally paste your email, add your links, add your buttons, etc. Now, how do we replace this picture? So for an instance, if I want to replace this picture with like what's my subject line, hospital link, I just have to click on this picture and just go on my left side column, which gives me an option to delete this picture and upload a new picture. In order to delete the picture, I will have to just click on the small cross, which is just here. That picture is gone. Now I want to upload a new picture. I just have to click on this upload icon and it will allow me to get into this different kinds of frames. These are things which I have already utilized. So moving back, I'll just take this picture. Maybe this is good for hospital. And all I have to do is just click on insert. That's it. Now this is how your newsletter looks like. Before you get into different parts, always whenever changes you have made, you just have to click on save changes so that you do not lose on anything that was added onto the system.io. This is how your letter looks like. Moving to the next, how do I add my picture? How do I add my sign? So for an instance, if you have a digital signature, you can do that. What I do, I again click on upload and I just add my client Accelerator logo. Now this logo is too big. How do I reduce it? Any changes, whatever you have to make on the newsletter has to be done from the left-hand panel. If you can see image size is 590, I will take it down here, this blue dot where my cursor is moving, I will click on it and I'll slowly reduce it by sliding it on the left. So this is how you can make it large and make it small. Okay, so this is my logo. I feel this is okay. Now I will have to change my name. So I just have to click on the name and I just have to add in my name. Okay, that's it. Now I want to change this picture. So what I'll do, same way, I'll click on the picture, go on the left-hand panel, remove this picture, click on the upload icon and upload my picture, which I have already inserted, and that's it. My picture is added. But again, the picture is huge. So what will I do? I'll click on my picture, I'll go in the image size and I'll drag it to the left. That means now my picture is absolutely in a right size to be sent out. Okay. Now, very important, connect with me on Instagram. That means we are asking people, click on this link and it will take you to my Instagram. Click on this link, it will take you to my Facebook. This basically helps us to build credibility online. Okay. Now let's see how do we do this. If I click on this, it immediately allows me to add a link. What link will we be adding? We will be adding our Instagram link. So I'll again go on my Instagram and copy my profile link over there. This is my Instagram and this is the link which I mean in regards to profile. Okay. And Instagram link always has your first name dot last name. Please ensure this is it and I have copied my link. Coming back to system.io, I'm again clicking on this, connect me on Instagram, and this is the URL. You just have to remove the URL, paste your Instagram, and don't forget to save. This is the save small little icon here, and that's it. You have saved it. Okay, but now I want my people to reach out to me on multiple platforms. I want them to reach out to me on Facebook, on LinkedIn. What you have to do is you just have to duplicate this. How do I do that? You have to click on this and you get an orange tab over here. If you can see the small double thing, this basically allows you to duplicate. And it has duplicated. Can you see this? You just have to click on this and just edit it. Now connect with me on Facebook. Okay, now what is the difference? My Facebook is not underlined. I want it to be underlined. So just you have to copy it and just, can you see this U? This is underlined. Now it is connect with me on Instagram, connect with me on Facebook. What I have to do now to add, I just have to add a Facebook link to it because this button has to work. So same thing, click on this, click on the attachment, and now go on your Facebook. And this is my Facebook link. You just have to copy, go on the system.io and paste the link and save it. That's it. So this is how I'm allowing my people to connect with me on Instagram, to connect with me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, whatever it is. Okay. This is how a newsletter is created on an everyday basis, and you have to click on save. That's it. Now, very important, I want to create it more attractive. I don't like this link like this. So what you have to do is, can you see the small button on the left-hand side? You just have to click on this button icon and it will allow you to drag a button on your newsletter. Can you see this? A button is added. Now I want my button to be a little larger. Same thing, click on the button, go on the left-hand panel and make it a bit large. That's it. So I want to click on the button text and name it. Just remove this button text and I will write schedule, book an interview. Simple. Book an interview with us. So being a staffing agency owner, what we're trying to do, the intention of sending this newsletter to a candidate is booking an interview with me. Okay. After creating the button, you have to ensure that this button also has a link. So now this URL is blank, right? That means if anyone clicks on this button, it will not take them anywhere, right? So what you have to do, again, go back on my Calendly application, copy my scheduling link, go on my system.io, and on the left-hand side, paste the URL. That's it. Now, if you see, my button has a URL. That means whenever this email is sent out, the candidates can just click on this button and they can book an interview with us. This is how simple it is. Okay. Now, the best thing after saving, you have to, how do I send it out? Sending it out is after saving the changes, you have to click on exit and it will take you through your newsletter. Okay. Yeah, great. This is how you have to send it. Now, you basically will save it. And the best first option that you always have to do is you have to save and test it. Okay. So I'm going to save and test it. It asks me which email should I test it on. Okay. So now I have my client accelerator email here. I'll show you live how we can test it. How the email actually pops up. So coming back, I will change it. I want a test email to be sent out to client Accelerator Academy at gmail.com. Yeah. And I'm going to confirm. Changes saved. Okay, I have to confirm the email. Yeah, okay. Okay, 1 minute. Let me just log into my other email and I'll show you how it literally you can send it across. So always test your email before sending it out in order to check whether the links are working, whether the entire newsletter is confirmed, whether it's good to go before we send it out in bulk. Now a test email has been sent to Dr. Vinita Pillai at Gmail. I have this opened here and I'll show you how exactly that email logs. Can you see this? This is the email which has just dropped into my inbox. Unlock your next adventure in nursing. And if you click on it, this is exactly how it shows you. Unlock your next adventure, and this is your email sent out in a fraction of seconds. Now I want to check whether my button is working. So what I'll do, I'll click on this button to check. Great. I clicked on the button, and what it does, it immediately takes me to my scheduling link. This is how my Calendly looks like. So people can basically just click over here and book in their slot when they want to book in a call with me. For an instance, if they want to book a call right now at 8:30 next, they come up with the name, the email address, the number, the share anything, whatever you want to prepare, whatever, which state are you calling. So it literally allows them to click over there and book an interview with me. Okay. Apart from this, click over here. It takes them to the same email, same Calendly link. That means the buttons are working very well. Now let's test the social media button, whether it's actually working. So let's click on my Instagram. If I click over there, great, it's working. It immediately takes the person to my Instagram. Why do I want people to come to my Instagram? So that they can start following me on Instagram as well. Okay, and this is exact count. I have 5,900 people following me on Instagram with this exact strategy. Coming back to the email, same thing, connect with me on Facebook. Let me see if it takes me to the Facebook also. Now, if you notice, I clicked on the Facebook and it is taking me to Instagram. Can you see this? The Instagram is opening. So this means that our newsletter the Facebook link has not been saved into the newsletter. This immediately showed me that no, my Facebook is not connected. So what you have to do, go back onto your newsletter and just go back onto your Facebook link and test it again. So if you click over here, you just have to again click it. You have to click on your link and you have to add your seat. Instagram URL has been added here. So I have to go on Facebook, again do the same thing, copy my Facebook, go on my newsletter and remove the Instagram link and add my Facebook link. And you just have to save it. Now I have my Facebook, I have my Instagram. Just check it, click on attachment. Yes, Instagram, go back on Facebook, go on the link, now Facebook. So this ensures now my both links are working. This is the importance of sending a test email before sending out a bulk email. Okay. And this is it. It hardly takes, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes. You have to use ChatGPT in order to create your email newsletters. You have to ensure your newsletters are gone out every single day in order to create an authority, in order to build that genuine trust and create that, you have to stand out in the market of a staffing agency. Okay. Moving back, this page has not been saved now. No, I don't want to save it. This was just a test newsletter. And this is it. You also, now what is it giving me a prompt? With Google and Yahoo new policies, emails sent from a free email are likely to end up in spam. It's highly recommended to send emails from your custom domain. That means you can attach your website domain to the system.io as well. So this is how a newsletter is sent out on a daily basis. After creating a newsletter, for an instance, I want to create maybe 5 newsletters for my staffing agency client. What I'm going to do is I'm going to literally go on the system.io and I'm going to start creating these newsletters and I will be scheduling. Can you see save and schedule? It will allow me to basically save the newsletter to be sent out on Monday 11 a.m., Tuesday 10 a.m., according to the different time zones. So this is how an amazing platform the system.io is. We have to see to it that we send out emails to the candidates along with to the decision makers as well. Why we have to stand out, why we are the best in the staffing market, etc. So today I'm just going to walk you through one thing, but we have multiple utilization of this software wherein this is funnels, this is blogs, you can create your automations, you can literally sell different products, you can send your, you can sell your courses, your different kinds of physical products. You also have an amazing, subscription, monthly sub, everything as a business owner can be utilized by this amazing software. Okay. Moving back to ChatGPT, how we can literally utilize the ChatGPT in the best of its ways. So for an instance, I want to ask ChatGPT, that, I need. Now let's see, we have created a newsletter to be sent out to candidates. Let's create a newsletter to be sent out to a facility. So just copy this. I'm copying the same prompt over here. Whatever we are adding in the chat GPT is known as a prompt. That means whatever I'm adding over here in this box is known as a prompt for the chat GPT. To create a newsletter to be sent out, remove the candidate to be sent out to a staffing coordinator, comma, director of nursing, comma, or hiring manager. So basically, every state has different designations, whoever are taking care of staffing. Few states call it staffing coordinator, few states call it director of nursing. It's 9 o'clock. Few states call it hiring managers as well. So this is how we have to create a newsletter to target these people. And I'm again telling I am a staffing agency owner and I have a job. I have nurses who are eligible to work in a nearby hospital. In a nearby hospital who is staffing for a registered nurse. That's it. So very simple. What I'm doing is this is how I create a newsletter to be targeted to a facility or a decision maker. Create a newsletter to be sent out to a staffing coordinator, director of nursing, and hiring manager. I am a staffing agency owner in Texas, and I have nurses who are eligible to work in a nearby hospital that is staffing for a registered nurse. Please make a newsletter in a simple language and make it attention grabbing. And I just click on enter and I allow the chat GPT to do its work. So what the chat GPT is doing? Great. The chat GPT is literally creating two responses for me and it is showing the difference in both response. So if I scroll, this is how chat GPT has showed me response 1, response 2. And which one do I prefer? It's asking me which is your choice so that from next time onwards, whenever I type anything, the entire content would be as per my choice. So if I see first, top-notch nurses available for your team. Response 2, your nurses dream team is ready. Connect with RNs today. Here it's giving me why choose our nurses, meet your potential team, how to proceed, get started today. And here it's showing me meet your future nursing star, why partner with us, ready to boost your nursing. So I like the second one. So what I'll do is, according to your preference, I like the second, I'll click on the second. And that's it. This is the entire newsletter created for us with an amazing subject line, with the content, why we have to be the best, why partner with us. So it's also giving you details of why we are the best in specific Texas, county, and ready to boost your nursing team, etc. Now I want a little elaboration. I feel this is a little short, just 4 points. No, I wanted more. So I'm going to go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to tell them, please elaborate each and every point in details. And I'm going to click on enter. And now you see, it will elaborate every point for us, as you can see this. So this is how we are going to create amazing newsletters on a daily basis. Yeah. Now you can see why partner with us, quality assurance. It is giving me an elaborate explanation of quality assurance. Quick turnaround. It has given me an elaborate explanation. Flexibility. Again, big explanation. So just reading one quality assurance, our nurses undergo a rigorous screening process, including detailed background checks, certifications, comprehensive interviews, etc. So this is the beauty of how we have to integrate ChatGPT along with System.io for the benefit of our business. Also, if you want to send a contract through my System.io, a facility has basically asked us to send contract. Again, I'll go back and I'm going to tell ChatGPT, create an email to be sent out to a nursing home who has asked me to send a contract. for a LPN. Also give them what you are. I am a staff, because ChatGPT is a tool. He doesn't know who you are. So I am a staffing agency owner in Texas. Create it attention grabbing. Very important. It will give you plain email. You always have to put in your prompts. Create it attention grabbing. It has to grab the attention of the coordinators before you send them an email. And I'm going to just click on enter, and it now gives me the entire content of how a contract has to be sent out as well. So you can see the beauty of it. In less than 30 seconds, it has created an amazing email with a subject line. Streamline your staffing needs, exciting partnership opportunity inside. Dear, whatever is the name of the administrator, I trust this message finds you well. We are delighted to embark on this journey of collaborating with this. Why do you need to partner with us? Because we are exceptional in LPN talent, efficiency, tailored solutions, etc. And your contract awaits. To expedite the process and formalize a partnership, I'm thrilled to attach this contract for you, which is an LPN attachment, and immediately attach the contract. And how will you attach the contract? In the same way, going on the system.io, copy this entire email and attach or download the contract copy and send it out. Please review it. If you have any questions, you can get back to me. That's it. So this is how we can utilize ChatGPT along with system.io for the benefit of a business, being a staffing agency owner, being a home care agency owner. All you have to do is you have to tailor make our requirements and just add prompts to the ChatGPT, and that's it. We no longer will be sending emails manually. We will be utilizing system.io for the same. I'm going to drop in a link of the system.io right below this video. And I want you all to please sign up for the link, and that's it. This is how we actually can begin. You can give the username and password to my team, and my team will literally get started, because this is the exact system which actually will be beneficial on a long term. We can also create digital products, services, everything because of this entire system. Okay. I'm going to drop my affiliate link to the system.io below the comment. I'm also going to send a separate email for the same. I want you to click on the email, and that's how you just have to sign up. Okay. So I will be now stopping my screen share, and yeah, that was it from my end. If you have any questions, do let me know. You can definitely drop into your comments. You can send me an email. I'm also available on Facebook for you. And yeah, see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.